Visual trembling hands holding a cracked plate with white residue. Faint reflections of a laughing couple in the porcelain. Pause one's cut to phone screen flashing mom texts scroll it was just once? Don't be dramatic. Pause one's final frame blurred figure walking toward a dark doorway. Phone drops thud. Pause one's thumbnail text overlays top mom's midnight powder bottom her choice wasn't me. The plate sat on my nightstand like a landmine white ceramic smudged with powdery residue. I froze mid-step, my rib cage squeezing around empty air. My twin still slept tangled in my sheets, oblivious. Mom's breath hitched through the phone when I called. Just some friends, baby. Not me. Never me. Her words slithered like smoke. I wanted to believe her. But home didn't smell like vanilla candles anymore. It reeked of his menthol cigarettes and lies. He exploded over keys tonight. Her keys. Barking about codes and locks while Mom shrunk into the hallway wallpaper. Stop, I whispered, but he snatched them anyway, metal jangling in his fist like a trophy. His apology crawled over my skin afterward. Sorry you had to see that, kid. I shattered when he left. Curled on the floor, swimming in tears, Mom's arms tight around me. Her heart beat against my ear, betrayed her too fast, too scared. Leave him, I choked into her sweater. Please, she rocked us both silent. That's when I knew she'd choose the monster again. She'd make me orphan myself. The plate sat on my desk like a landmine. White powder caked in swirls where someone had dragged a finger through it. My sheets still smelled like my sister's perfume. When I called Mom screaming pause one's her voice frayed at the edges when she swore it wasn't hers. That had friends over. That she just didn't clean up in time. Pause one's I let myself believe her. Pause one's tonight, his knuckles went white around her keys. Spit hit Mom's cheek as he leaned into her. Our door lock beeped behind me 3 quick tones, loud as gunshots. The code system he hates. The one that means he can't lock her out. Pause one, she shrunk into the wall. Whispering pause one, I didn't realize I was shaking until my knees hit the carpet. He threw the keys at Mom's feet when he saw me crying. He said, already turning toward the door. Pause one's her arms wrapped around me smelled like salt and jewel smoke. I felt her heart beat through her sweater too fast, like a bird trapped behind glass. Pause one's I choked into her collar. Pause one's her silence was the loudest sound of my life. My throat still burns from screaming. Mom's hands tremble against my back while my tears soak through her shirt, same floral pattern she wore when she told me he was just stressed last time. His apology hangs in the air like cigarette smoke, sharp and sour. Not sorry for grabbing her wrist. Not sorry for snarling about the goddamn keys. Just sorry heard. Pause one's the broken chain lock dangles by the door where he ripped it off. It's stupid how clearly I remember helping Mom install it that rainy Saturday, how she joked about feeling safer with me around. Now, her fingers keep brushing over her bare ring finger. She took it off after he threw the vase. Pause one, I can't lose you over some man who snorts coke off our plates. I whisper into her collarbone. My voice cracks like the mug he shattered last month. Remember when Yow'd kick out anyone who made us feel small in our own kitchen. Pause one's her pulse jumps against my temple. That frantic when she lies. He's leaving tomorrow, sweetheart. I swear. Pause one's rain smears the window beside us. I count the droplets sliding down the glass while her phone buzzes on the counter. Missed call Jay. Always just the initial now. She stopped saving his full name after she found track marks in the guest towels. Pause one's but the worst part isn't his rage or the powder residue on the TV remote. It's how she still pulls away when I reach for her phone, how her smile stretches too tight. When she says pause one, I see it in her pinched lips when he calls. The way she hides the grocery receipts where whiskey bottles outnumber milk cartons. The silent plea in her eyes when she hands me my backpack. And murmurs pause one's her keys jingle as she pockets them. The ones he tried to steal 4 hours ago. My stomach knots. She's still carrying them. Pause one's still waiting. Pause one's still choosing. The taste of tears floods my mouth when I walk into my room. That little ceramic plate from the set Gran gave us before she deed-sits on my windowsill with a fine white dust still clinging to the edges. My breath catches like glass in my throat. I can still hear Mom's voice 3 nights ago. Tinny through the phone, just some friends, baby? ID never, and now her keys jangle in his fist downstairs. Pause ones, he's yelling again. That concrete grinding voice shaking the walls. Where the fuck did you hide them, Rachel? Pause one's mom's silence is worse than the shouting. Her silence means she's folding in on herself again, becoming smaller under his glare. My skin remembers the vibration when he slammed the counter yesterday, the way my twin's hand shot out to steady me like we're still 5 years old sharing nightmares. Pause one, the stairs creak under his boots. He doesn't need keys, door code, glows green for him anytime, but he wants the satisfaction of taking something from her. When he grabs my elbow in the hallway, his palm smells like weed and metal. You need to relax, he says, grinning with all his teeth while Mom watches from the bottom step. His apology later is a wet, hollow thing, didn't mean to scare the kid. Pause one's kid. I'm 18 tomorrow. Pause one's mom's shaking when she wraps around me, her perfume smothered by his sweat still clinging to her shirt. Her ribs feel fragile under my palms. He wants me to choose, she whispers into my hair, but she already did when she let him keep Gran's plate. Pause one's please, I beg into the hollow of her collarbone, the word ripping my throat raw. Before he takes the rest of you. Pause one's, her heartbeat thrums against my ear. Fast. Scared. Alive. Pause one, somewhere downstairs. The front door clicks shut. The apartment code doesn't beep. The powder still stains my sheets like a ghost of who you've become. I scrubbed until my knuckles bled. But I can't scrub out how you watched him scream at me over keys. He didn't even need keys he snatched from your trembling hands, while you kept saying baby please like a prayer that stopped working months ago. Pause one's, your fingers trembled through my hair after he left. My kids come first, you whispered into my scalp, but your lips still taste like his lies when you kiss my forehead. I feel the but coming before I beg, you just leave him, and your silence twists like the car keys he stole. Pause one, the apology he spat at me smelled like menthol cigarettes and rage. Said he didn't mean to scare me. As if watching him turn your voice into scared mouse squeaks wasn't the whole point. Our front door has a code, Mom. He didn't need those keys. He just needed you to know he could take them. Pause ones, when you held me, I felt your ribs through your shirt, counting each one like the times he's made you smaller. You forgave him for the powder party in my room, for bringing strangers' fingers to my blankets and calling it a slip. Forgiving is all you have left, isn't it? The only currency he hasn't burned through. Pause one, the dream's coming again tonight, one where you choose him at the front door. Your hands full of grocery bags, instead of my shaking shoulders. You always kick me out right as he smiles. Pause one's ill, wake up tasting cement from your sidewalk.
The ceramic plate isn't just evidence, it's a fracture point. That residue clings to more than porcelain. It calcifies the lie your mother inhaled and exhaled with every excuse. Just friends corrodes trust molecule by molecule. Addicts don't merely lie to others, the architect cathedrals of self-deception, where love curdles into codependency. Pause one's, observe his hands, not when they throw keys or shatter vases, but when they linger afterward, palms upturned in that performative surrender. Sorry you had to see that, a masterstroke. He's not apologizing for the violence, he's weaponizing witness, molding guilt into a leash. Classic DARPA-grade manipulation, create enough cognitive dissonance, and victims start gaslighting. Pause one's, your mother's heartbeat thrumming against your ear. That's the real tragedy, not its rapid staccato, but your unconscious Timingiu leaned in. A child's primal instinct monitor, the caregiver's vital signs to calibrate danger. Except now the caregiver, and her arrhythmia isn't fear, it's shame. She knows. The jewel smoke clinging to her sweatshirt. That's the scent signature of surrender. Pause one's, the chain lock you installed told the ripped off its hinges mirrors the unspoken truth. Security systems can't protect against enemies who've already been welcomed inside. And her bare ring finger. It's not absent. It's a phantom limb. Pause one's, here's the calculus you're choking on every time she chooses him. She orphans you a little more. But the greater violence, she's orphaning, erasing the woman who thought she deserved better. Stay, and you become a living autopsy of that vanishing. Leave, and you confront a more terrifying truthier already alone. Both choices hemorrhage. Only one lets you heal. Pause one's, break leaves 1. 8 sec of dead air before fade.